For my final project, I have decided to discuss racism and LGBTQ community and discuss the ways in which they connect. In the first article that I had read, Race Relations and Racism in the LGBT Community of Toronto, Perception of Gay and Queer Social Service Providers of Color. They had did a study about a group of LGBTQ of color who had went into society and interacted with people who didn't necessarily accept who they were. And because of their color, it was even more of a struggle to accept why they were in the LGBTQ community. Now, in the next article that I had read, it talked about the critical race theory, LGBTQ community students, and school climate of how the schools were improving their ways to help provide the LGBT community be who they are in school and feel comfortable in the fact that they're going to school that has the necessities that they need in order to feel comfortable with who they are in a big area with people who accept and don't accept them. There have been studies in schools where they get scholarships because of the fact that they are discriminated against their race and that the fact that they're in the LGBTQ community, which there has been so much research on students who have adapted to their surroundings in being in the LGBTQ community and being a certain race. They've had to withstand multiple things that by people calling names, people racism slurs, and they just had to adapt to the fact that they were different. The third article that I have read talked about Black Cubans, his heterosexism, homophobia, and racism. Homophobia has been the biggest worry for someone who is coming out. They think that their parents are going to not accept who they are, but they will sit there and they will accept you. If they don't accept you, they also have that worry too. Like, if they don't accept me, are they going to kick me out? Or are they going to not want me around anymore because of who I am? And there has been a lot of challenges and resources to help those people who are wanting to come out. But now that we have had more of a chance to realize what is going on and to understand how they feel, we have more resources, not necessarily enough resources, but more resources to help them understand how to come out and how to tell their parents. The fourth article that I had read is also about social services, homophobia, and heterosexism. Social services, it has to deal with racism and different races and how these races have to deal with each and every aspect of life as different. They have a different race, but now adding on to that, they're in the LGBTQ, so they have more of a hardship, and I feel that they shouldn't have that hardship, but there are people out there that are very negative. The last article that I had read is about feminism, hope, love, human rights, prejudice, sexism, all of it. They talk about all of it. Hope. You need to have hope that people are going to understand that you do have a different race and that you are a part of the LGBT community and they can't do anything to change you. Another thing that I didn't read in the articles that I had read is a lot of people are worried about Christianity and just what you worship. But it's not necessarily about that. You can worship God but also be an LGBTQ and a different race. You have to love yourself. There's a lot of sexism because it's okay for women to love women and to kiss women, other women. But when a man does it to another man, it's homophobia. It's nothing. Now I'd like to end that off with, I have learned a lot from reading these articles, and I've learned that everybody is treated differently. Not everybody is treated equally because of their race and who they prefer to love.